The Good Earth by Pearl S. Buck's masterpiece. Hello and welcome to our channel where we bring classic literature to life. Today, we journey to early 20th century China to explore Pearl S. Buck's masterpiece, The Good Earth. This timeless classic paints a vivid and unforgettable portrait of rural life, exploring the deep connection between people and the land they cultivate. It's a powerful story about the dramatic rise and fall of fortunes, the enduring nature of human desire, and the eternal cycles of life. Our tale centers on Wang Lung, a humble and ambitious Chinese farmer whose entire existence is tied to the earth he tills. His journey from crushing poverty to immense wealth, and from simple contentment to profound inner turmoil, perfectly mirrors the shifting values of a society caught between ancient traditions and the relentless march of change. So, sit back and let us guide you through the life of Wang Lung and his unbreakable bond with the good earth. Our story begins on a day of great importance for Wang Lung, his wedding day. Living in a small earthen house with his elderly father, Wang Lung is filled with a mixture of excitement and anxiety. He is about to marry Olen, a slave purchased from the great House of Hwang, the wealthiest family in the nearby town. This is not a marriage of romance, but one of necessity. Wang Lung is a practical man. He needs a wife who can work alongside him in the fields, cook his meals, manage his household, and, most importantly, bear him sons to carry on his family line. When Olen arrives, she is everything he expected and nothing more. She is quiet, plain, and her feet are unbound, a sign of her low status, but a mark of a good worker. She speaks little, but her hands are never idle. From the moment she steps into his home, she begins to clean, cook, and mend. The next day, she joins him in the fields without a word of complaint. Together, they form a silent, efficient partnership, working the land from sunrise to sunset. Wang Lung treasures his fields above all else. To him, the soil is sacred, the very source of life and sustenance. He treats his land with a reverence that borders on worship. Their tireless labor soon bears fruit. The harvests are plentiful, and their small home begins to feel less empty. Olen gives birth to 2 strong sons, securing Wang Lung's lineage and bringing him immense pride. Later, a daughter is born. While Wang Lung shows little affection for the girl, Olen cherishes her. As Wang Lung's family grows, the once great House of Hwang begins to decline. Their lavish lifestyle, opium habits, and careless spending drain their vast wealth. In a symbolic reversal of fortune, Wang Lung, with the savings Olen has carefully guarded, begins to buy land from the faltering Wang family. The poor farmer, once intimidated by their grand gates, now owns pieces of the very earth that once belonged to the mighty. His heart swells with pride as he walks upon his newly acquired fields. But just as Wang Lung's fortune begins to rise, fate delivers a devastating blow. The sky, once generous with rain, turns to a brassy, unforgiving blue. The rains cease, the earth cracks open, and a terrible famine sweeps across the region. The vibrant green crops wither and die, turning to dust. Food becomes a memory. Wang Lung's family, like all their neighbors, faces the slow, agonizing threat of starvation. Desperate, they eat the bark from trees and the very seed grain meant for the next planting. They sell their furniture, their ox, and their tools, but it is not enough. The hunger is an annoying beast that never sleeps. Finally, with no other choice, Wang Lung makes the heart-wrenching decision to abandon the land he loves. He gathers his wife, his children, and his aging father, and they join the stream of refugees heading south by train, seeking survival in a great, unknown city. Life in the southern city is a brutal shock. They are no longer landowners, but homeless beggars. They build a makeshift hut of mats against a city wall, living in a crowded, filthy slum. Every day is a struggle. Olan, with her quiet resilience, takes her children to beg on the streets, while Wang Lung earns a pittance pulling a rickshaw. His farmer's muscles straining against the unfamiliar work. He feels degraded, a beast of burden for the city's wealthy elite. Yet, through all their suffering and humiliation, Wang Lung never loses his connection to his land. Wang Lung dreams of the smell of the soil after a rain, the feel of the rich earth in his hands. He vows that he will return, that he will reclaim the life that the famine stole from him. His love for the land is the one thing that keeps his spirit from breaking. One day, the city erupts into chaos. A violent uprising of starving peasants breaks out, and mobs begin looting the homes of the rich. In the ensuing confusion, Wang Lung is swept along with the crowd. He is terrified but also feels a spark of revolutionary justice. During the raid of a wealthy man's house, the ever-practical Olan finds something that will change their lives forever. A hidden bag filled with precious jewels. This unexpected treasure is their ticket out of misery. With this newfound wealth, Wang Lung gathers his family, buys seed and an ox, and finally makes the long journey back to their village. He is returning not as a beggar, but as a man with the means to rebuild his life from the ground up. Back home, Wang Lung feels his strength return as soon as his feet touch his own soil. He uses the money from the jewels to buy even more land from the House of Hwang, which is now in its final stages of collapse, selling off its ancestral holdings piece by piece. His fields, nurtured with his renewed dedication, once again produce abundant harvests. The simple farmer transforms into a wealthy landowner, one of the most respected men in the village. But with wealth comes a profound change in Wang Lung himself and the insidious pull of temptation. The humble, devoted farmer begins to feel the stirrings of vanity and desire. He is no longer content with his simple life. He hires servants to work his fields, moves his family into the sprawling, decaying estate of the old Hwang family, and, in an ultimate display of his new status, he takes a concubine. Her name is Lotus, a beautiful, delicate courtesan from a local tea house. She is everything Olan is not: graceful, charming, and utterly useless. Wang Lung becomes infatuated with her, showering her with gifts and affection. His love for Olan fades, replaced by a sense of shame. He is embarrassed by her plainness, her weathered hands, and her large, unbound feet, forgetting that it was her loyalty and tireless work that built the foundation of his wealth. Through it all, Olan remains stoic and loyal. She endures the pain of her husband's neglect with a quiet dignity, continuing to manage the household and care for the family. But the years of hardship, childbirth, and emotional pain have taken their toll. She falls gravely ill. Even on her deathbed, her thoughts are for her family's future. When she finally passes away, Wang Lung is struck with a wave of guilt and sorrow that he has never known. He realizes, far too late, the true worth of the woman who stood by him through famine and prosperity. He buries her on his land with the honor she deserved. But the regret of his neglect will haunt him for the rest of his days. As Wang Lung's wealth continues to grow, so does his household. He now owns vast tracts of land, employs dozens of servants, and his storehouses overflow with grain. But this prosperity brings a new set of troubles. His sons, raised in comfort and privilege, do not share his deep, spiritual love for the land. His eldest son, educated and proud, yearns for the luxurious life of a scholar gentleman, and is ashamed of his family's peasant origins. His second son becomes a shrewd and cunning merchant, seeing the land not as a source of life, but merely as a commodity to generate profit. His youngest son, restless and rebellious, rejects both farming and business to become a soldier. The simple unity that once bound the family together begins to fracture under the weight of their differing ambitions. Wang Lung's connection to the soil also weakens. Though he still makes a point to walk through his fields, he no longer works the land himself. His days are now consumed with managing bitter household disputes, calming the jealousy between his sons' wives, and worrying about his son's extravagant spending. The very success he dreamed of, the wealth he toiled for his entire life, has begun to destroy the peace and simplicity he once cherished. The great house is filled with people, but Wang Lung has never felt more alone. In his final years, Wang Lung is a weary and nostalgic old man. He sits in the courtyard of his great house, his mind drifting back to the early days when their greatest treasure was a handful of earth and their deepest joy was a good harvest. He tries to find solace in his land, but his heart is heavy with regret and a sense of loss. He sees how the values he held sacred, hard work, frugality, and reverence for the earth have been replaced by greed and division within his own family. His greatest fear is realized when he overhears his grandsons, the third generation, talking amongst themselves. They speak of selling the land after he is gone, of using the money to move to the city and pursue modern ventures. The thought is unbearable to Wang Lung. He calls his sons to his side and, with his dying breath, begs them never to sell the land. It is the end of a family when they begin to sell the land. He pleads, reminding them that the earth is their true source of strength, their very blood and bone. They nod and promise to obey him. But as soon as the old man closes his eyes, they exchange knowing glances, whispering to each other of the profits the sale will bring. The novel ends on this bittersweet, poignant note. Wang Lung, the farmer who rose from poverty to power, dies clinging to the hope that his descendants will honor the earth that sustained them. But their world has changed. The cycle of rise and decline is poised to begin anew, just as the seasons turn year after year over the good earth itself. Asterisk, the good earth. Asterisk is more than just the story of one man's life. It is a profound meditation on humanity's eternal struggle between nature and ambition, simplicity and greed, tradition and progress. Through Wang Lung's epic journey, Pearl S. Buck masterfully captures the beauty, tragedy, and resilience of a people bound to the soil, where every seed sown is both a promise for the future and a warning from the past. Ultimately, asterisk the good earth asterisk reminds us that true, lasting wealth lies not in gold or jewels, but in the humble soil beneath our feet, the foundation of all life, family, and legacy. Thank you for listening to this summary of Pearl S. Buck's asterisk. The Good Earth asterisk. We hope this narration has given you a deeper appreciation for this masterpiece of compassion, realism, and timeless human truth. If you enjoyed this journey into classic literature, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more story summaries, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We look forward to seeing you next time.